There are so many myths about domestic violence that still need to be dispelled, so let's just jump in. One big myth is that survivors and perpetrators of domestic violence are lower class, minority, crazy, uneducated people with few social or job skills. The truth is that domestic violence occurs across all socioeconomic lines, all races, all ethnicities, all education levels, all ages, religions, and lifestyles. It happens in cities and in rural areas, in poor communities and rich communities, among young and old, and among Christians, Jews, Muslims, and atheists. Another common myth is that a battered woman can always just leave. This is based on the misguided belief that leaving the relationship will stop the violence. The fact is that the most dangerous time for a battered woman is when she tries to leave. It's the most likely time for a batterer to kill her and/or her children. Batterers are likely to stalk their victim if they leave, often making good on threats such as, "If I can't have you, then no one can." This doesn't mean that domestic violence survivors don't leave or shouldn't make plans to leave, but it's a dangerous time, and serious planning and support from friends, families, domestic violence shelters, and law enforcement can really help make it a safer time. A third common myth, and one that batterers use all the time, is that the batterer simply lost control. The fact is that batterers, with the exception of those with serious mental illness or under the heavy influence of drugs, are in control of their actions. When batterers feel angry, the overwhelming majority of them do not beat up their employer, their secretary, a neighbor, a stranger, or children playing in the next yard. Only in the privacy of their home, when they think there are no consequences to their actions, will batterers choose to use violence towards their partners and children. There's also a big myth that only straight women get battered, and that straight men, as well as individuals from the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities, are never victims of domestic violence. In reality, battering is about one person exerting power and control over another person, not just about physical size or about your gender. Battering occurs in all communities, gay and straight. What we do know is that women make up about 85% of domestic violence victims, and that about 75% of perpetrators of domestic violence are male. The final one is that stress, drugs, alcohol, and illness cause domestic violence. Stress, drugs, alcohol, and illness do not cause domestic violence. Being high or drunk can certainly make an incident of domestic violence more deadly, but these addictions don't cause violence. Battering is a learned behavior, and it's caused by a person who chooses to use violence. Many people who have stress or illness, who drink or use drugs, don't use violence, and many who use violence have no substance issues or stress that's any greater than anyone else's in their lives.